Chapter 14. Am I a immortal? This was really an unexpected reward to get the healing factor of Deadpool. I am not excited for the healing ability of Deadpool, because my own healing abilities are also very good. I am excited because Deadpool is known for being immortal because of his healing ability. Hashirama also had very good healing ability, but still he died in the Naruto world, and he didn't die in the battle. It doesn't make any sense for him to die. It is said that he died from the wounds from his battle and for overusing his healing ability. I was like, are you even serious? He died because of wounds and overusing his healing ability. Because is Hashirama Senju himself the god of shinobi. People like Obito Uchiha came back from half-dead state because of Hashirama cells. I mean, even after Hashirama's death, his cells are that powerful in Naruto series that it can give you wood style, heavy amount of chakra, vitality, and heal someone from half-dead state. Though Zetsu was a big help for Obito, but still Hashirama died from injuries from battle. I still cannot believe it. I think it was for the plot. If Hashirama wouldn't die, then how would the Great Shinobi War have started, and how would the story progressed further? Well, whatever. It's been 7 years since I came to the training dimension of God and had planned to train for 10 years. I was always thinking that I wasted my 10 years of lifespan because outside, only 10 minutes would have passed. And I was now already 14 years now. But thanks for the unexpected reward, I no longer had to worry about my lifespan because Deadpool was immortal and he didn't age at all. I don't know how many years can Deadpool live, but in comics, Deadpool lived for more than 800 years without aging. I was laughing when I sensed the energy wave. It was coming from my egg. I think it was time for the dragon egg to hatch. Next, Chapter 15. The Baby Ghidorah. Chapter 15. Ghidorah. In the training dimension of gods I have been for 7 long years. I had trained relentlessly, mastering every skill, honing every instinct. Yet, throughout it all, there had been one constant presence, my dragon egg. The gift from system. This egg was no ordinary dragon's egg. It contained the essence of something far greater, something that would change the very course of history. Ghidorah, the legendary 3-headed dragon. Today, as I focused my senses, I felt something shift in the atmosphere. A strange mix of magic and chakra waves pulsed through the air, growing stronger by the second. The source was unmistakable. It was coming from the egg. My heart raced with excitement as I realized that the time had finally come. After years of waiting, my dragon was about to hatch. I quickly moved to the egg's resting place, my footsteps quickening with anticipation. As I approached, I could see the egg glowing with an ethereal light. Magic and chakra swirled around it, the energy almost tangible. The surface of the egg was beginning to crack, tiny fissures spreading across the shell like a spiderweb. The light grew brighter, almost blinding, as the energy within reached its peak. Then, with a sound like shattering glass, the egg cracked open. I watched in awe as a small creature emerged, its 3 heads and wings unmistakable. Ghidorah had been born. Even in its infant form, the dragon exuded an aura of immense power, a mix of ancient magic and raw chakra that sent shivers down my spine. It was clear why it had taken 7 years for the egg to hatch. This was no ordinary being. This was a force of nature. The baby dragon, with its 3 heads, looked up at me, its eyes full of intelligence and curiosity. I could feel a bond forming between us, something deeper than mere companionship. It was as if our minds were linked, our thoughts intertwined. The connection was instant and powerful, a bond that would only grow stronger with time. The little Ghidorah, despite its formidable appearance, was small enough to climb onto my leg. I watched as it made its way up to my shoulder, its movements surprisingly graceful for a creature with 3 heads and wings. Once it settled there, the 3 heads turned to look at me, each one letting out a tiny but fierce roar. It was a sound of greeting, of recognition. The dragon knew who I was, and I knew it was mine. A smile spread across my face as I reached up to gently stroke one of the heads. "What should I call you, little one?" I mused aloud, though I already knew the answer. "How about Ghidorah?" A name from the legends of the monsterverse, a name worthy of a creature as powerful as you. The dragon responded with a chorus of happy roars, each head voicing its approval. It was clear that the name resonated with it, just as it resonated with me. Ghidorah it is then, I said, my voice filled with pride. You will be a calamity in this world, a walking force of nature that no one can stand against. My son, together we will change the very fabric of this world. As I spoke, I couldn't help but imagine the chaos Ghidorah would unleash upon the Seven Kingdoms, Essos, and beyond. The North would tremble, the White Walkers would cower, and even the old and new gods would bow before us. The Game of Thrones would be nothing compared to the power we would wield. But for now, we still had 3 years left in the training dimension. 3 years to grow stronger, to prepare for the world outside. I looked at Ghidorah, who was still perched on my shoulder, his 3 heads resting contentedly. Come, my son, I said softly. Let's enjoy these years together. Just you and me, preparing for the day when the world will know the true meaning of power. And with that, we set off into the endless expanse of the training dimension, ready to embrace whatever challenges lay ahead. Chapter 16. Training is complete. Jon Snow stood on the threshold of the training dimension of the gods, the culmination of a decade of rigorous training and profound growth. At just 17, he was ready to return to the world he had left behind as a 7-year-old boy. The dimension had been his crucible, a place where he had transformed from a child into a warrior of extraordinary prowess. His dragon, Ghidorah, was a testament to the dimension's power. Born 3 years prior, Ghidorah had grown to a size comparable to the dragons of Westeros, his scales gleaming with a potent mix of chakra and magic. The dragon was now an awe-inspiring force, capable of unleashing fire from all 3 of his heads, emitting gravity beams and summoning storms and lightning with the mere movement of his wings. His regenerative abilities were unmatched, making him a nearly indomitable force. Jon's bond with Ghidorah was profound. Through his warg abilities, he could experience the world through the dragon's eyes, sensing and understanding the environment as if it were his own. This deep connection had forged a unique synergy between them, allowing them to act in perfect unison. Over the past 10 years, Jon had achieved unparalleled mastery in several disciplines. He had perfected the wood release to the extent that he wielded 100% of Hashirama Senju's power. His command over nature's elements was flawless, and he had mastered all techniques from the Naruto world, including the Flying Thunder God, Particle Style, and various elemental releases. His repertoire of jutsus was vast, encompassing thousands of techniques. In addition to his skills from the Naruto universe, Jon had also mastered the magic of the Game of Thrones world. He could perform complex rituals and wield magical energies with ease. His proficiency extended to the breathing techniques of the Demon Slayer world, integrating them with his chakra to create a formidable style of swordsmanship. His mastery of the Dayne template had further refined his two-sword style, making him a fearsome combatant. Jon knew the world was not ready to witness Ghidorah's full potential. The dragon's size and strength would cause chaos if introduced to the outside world. For this reason, Jon had decided to leave Ghidorah in the training dimension, setting its time flow to match the world of Game of Thrones. 1 day outside is 1 day inside. This way, time would pass much slower for Ghidorah, ensuring that the dragon would continue to grow and thrive in a safe environment. The training dimension was heavens to anyone. You can get anything to eat. You just have to say it the dimension, and it will provide it. The dragon would not have to worry about food. Jon approached Ghidorah, who lay curled in the center of their training grounds. The dragon's 3 heads turned toward him, and Jon could sense the mix of confusion and displeasure in their shared bond. He explained his decision to leave Ghidorah behind, emphasizing that the world was not yet ready for such a formidable presence. Ghidorah's response was a resonant screech, a sound that echoed through the dimension. The dragon's frustration was clear, but Jon reassured him that the dimension's time flow would allow him to continue growing without interruption. Ghidorah's desire for comfort and rest made the decision easier for him to accept. With a final, mournful roar, Ghidorah settled back into his place, his displeasure tempered by his love for the tranquility of the dimension. Jon activated the departure sequence, a swirling vortex of energy opening before him. He took one last look around the dimension, a place that had been both his sanctuary and his crucible. Stepping into the vortex, he felt a surge of anticipation as he prepared to re-enter the world he had left behind. Emerging from the vortex, Jon found himself back in his old room. The chamber was unchanged, a stark reminder of how little time had passed in the real world compared to the decade he had experienced in the dimension. The room, frozen in time, bore witness to Jon's transformation. He was no longer the 7-year-old boy who had entered the dimension, but a 17-year-old warrior of immense power.